Well, howdy, all you collector car fans out there. This is Jason, the owner and founder of Southern Bush Motorsports. Well, this is an interesting Tales from the Bush for you today, and it's also a class for the future generations. It's about making the decision on when you should restore a car, or maybe you shouldn't restore a car. This is a 1971 340 Roadrunner. This is a completely untouched car. It actually is a grandma car. It is a beautiful car. I bought this car along with everything else on this property, but I really like this car because I always liked that 71 Roadrunner. This is a numbers matching car, completely untouched, unrestored survivor, 100% proven by me unrestored survivor. Numbers matching motor, transmission, rear end. The car's never been taken apart. The only thing I can see on this car that had been done is that the front seats might have been reupholstered quite a long time ago. So this is really about making a decision on, do I restore this car or do I not restore this car? So let's look at the numbers. The numbers are, it's a 1971 340 Roadrunner, untouched. It's got a 340 in it. It's not a Hemi. It's not a six-pack. Do you spend the money on restoring this car? Because let's keep this in mind. Even now, in 2024, if you can find somebody that can actually restore this car, which we're now getting into slim pickings of people that can actually restore this car. If you can't, you're going to lose this car for 2 years minimum, 3 years if the shop's a little bit slow with rust repair and taking the car apart and all that. And it's only a 340 car. It is not a six-pack car. It is not a Hemi car. It's not going to be a money car. You are not going to make $1 million on this car. I don't care if it's 3,024. You're not going to make $1 million on this car. Look at that fender tag, so full. So is this car worth saving? Would I put the money in to restore this car? Yeah. Because they didn't make so many 340 cars. They only made so many 71 340 Roadrunners, especially in this color combination. I found it with all these other cars buried in the back of a field in North Carolina. So this is more of a class on, it's a tough decision on when you actually put the money in the car. I mean, this car was rough. Look at those floors. Those floors are rotted, but they're solid. Can you fix them? Nah, they got to be replaced. Is everything there? Heck yeah, everything's there. This car is completely untouched. But one of the coolest things about this car is the fact that somebody ordered this car. Somebody ordered, this wasn't a stock produced car. Somebody had ordered this car because they ordered the pumpkin interior. That was the original seat. The two front seat looks like they've been replaced or reupholstered, but that was the original back seat. Tell me this car doesn't look cool. So here's where the class starts. Do you put the money into this car? Well, look, you're talking, you're going to lose the car to 2 to 3 years. It's going to cost you about 50 grand to restore this car, depending on what you paid for it. You know, grab yourself a parts car like this Satellite that's sitting beside it. That's why that car is sitting beside it, because that's going to be a parts car for that 340 car. There's a lot of cool stuff on that car that's nice and solid. Like, look at that floor. I'm taking that floor out of there. So, where's the line? The line is that, personally, in a decision for me, I would restore this car just because I like these cars. But on a money situation car, are you going to make money on this car if you restore it? No way. It'll take 20 years for you to make money on this car, I feel. But is it worth saving? Hell yeah, restore this car. 71 340 Roadrunner, it's completely untouched, unmolested. It's Hemi orange with a pumpkin interior. Pumpkin interior means it's got those orange inserts on the seats. So, is it worth restoring this car? In my opinion, yes. Are you going to lose money on this car if you restore it? You can guarantee you're going to lose money on this car. But at the end of the day, if you put the time, effort, and energy in having this car restored, you're going to have a car that nobody else has. Because this car, you see those wheels? That's on the fender tag. Hubcaps, painted wheels. This car's completely untouched. There's nothing that's been touched on this car. I think this car is cool as heck. I'm going to restore this car. I'm going to spend the 50 grand, 60 grand to restore this car. I'm going to find a restoration shop that'll do it. I know that I'm not probably going to get my money out of it, but you're going to have a cool piece of automotive history at the end of the day. So here's the deal with it all. This car is rough. Most people at this day and age, the younger generation, are not going to even know what to do with this car. Would they even care about this car? Well, maybe you should start caring about these cars. If you got a fancy for them and you think these old cars are cool, grab a car like this and let's learn. Let's learn how to change a tire. Let's learn how to replace a fender. Let's learn how to clean up a car and restore it. All the information you would need to restore this car is on YouTube. Everything you would possibly need to restore this car is on YouTube. I mean, do you have the abilities to restore this car? Maybe you don't have them right now, but wouldn't it be fun as heck to say at the end of the day when somebody comes over to your house, they have a party at your house, and you have this car sitting in the garage, you show them that I restored this car, I put the time into this car, I learned how to restore this car on YouTube, and I did this all by myself. Hell yeah, I'm doing that. This is about the future generation and keeping this hobby alive. This car's rough, but at the end of the day, it has everything that it came from the factory in 1971. You have a good base ground to restore this car. You're not going to make money on this car. This isn't about a money car. If this was a 446 pack air grabber 71 Roadrunner, well, you're going to make some money. If this is a 1971 Roadrunner with a 426 Hemi in it and a pistol grip 4-speed, boy, you're going to be rich. Are you going to get it anywhere with the 340 1971 Roadrunner? Nope. Are you going to make money on it? Nope. Is it going to be a lot of trouble and effort to restore this car? Shit, yeah, it's going to be. Is it going to take you a lot of time and effort? Well, you ain't seen nothing yet. But would I put the energy and time into restoring this car? Shoot, yeah, I would. And you're talking about somebody that lived in the bush, lived on the road, that sacrificed his life for 20 years to get these cars out of the hiding spots that they were in, bushes, swamps, sunk underwater, in oceans. I did this to get these cars out to people who could actually do something with them. I only restored 2 cars in my life. I restored a 1969 442 Cutlass when I was 16 years old. And when I was doing Southern Bush Motorsports, I restored a 1970 340 Scat Pack it wasn't a pistol grip, but it was a 4-speed Dart. But it was a Hustler edition. It was a pretty rare car. It was only a 340, but man, that car was cool. I wanted that car, and I restored it. Did I make money on it? Nah, I broke even on that car. But at the end of the day, boy, I got some cool pictures of that car. It was my car, and that's what I did. This hobby needs to be preserved. There's a fella, an old fella, that started on YouTube, and all he was doing was, you don't want to talk about crappy videos. This guy had no camera quality at all. You guys complain about me, or some of you complain about me just having pictures. I had to make a choice, video or pictures, and I chose pictures. That was 20 years ago. This old fella's on YouTube, and the saddest thing is he's just doing basic stuff to teach future generations. And all he does was, he's got a YouTube video on how to change a car tire. Are you friggin' kidding me? I had a guy call, or an ex-girlfriend call me, can you help me, can you come and change this tire for me? I got a flat, and I'm really scared. I'm like, isn't your boyfriend there? She goes, yeah, but he doesn't know how to change the tire. Are you kidding me? Not only is that embarrassing to me, but that scared me to death. And I sent somebody over to change their tire. This old fella is doing videos on YouTube on how to change tires, how to change a light bulb, how to do these basic things that we know growing up as younger people in the 70s and 80s that are basic stuff that you just learned because you had no choice. And it scares me to think that this old man went viral. All these people, we've gotten into a generation of people that live indoors, that don't come out, that try to make money online and stuff. And it scares me at the end of the day because I don't want this hobby to die. I may not live for another 50 years or anything like that, but I don't want to know in my lifetime that this hobby died because there wasn't people out there that gave enough attention to it to help out the future generation. So that's why these videos are coming out. Sure, I could show you some super rare cars. Hell, I know where there's a building that people would never believe in a million years. I can't even share the pictures. It scares me to death to even know about it. But I got a call some years ago when I was in the middle of it all. And this guy told me, what if I told you I had 302 Superbirds, or 311 Superbirds in one building? You got to be kidding me. There's no way you're telling me the truth. And when I got there, I couldn't believe it. This is why I'm doing this. Please subscribe and like and hang on. We got a lot more coming for you.